Hello, this is my second version of a steampunk dog which I call 9K, obviously based on K9. I've completely redesigned it from the ground up. It has different geared motors, much stronger, drill battery, different microcontroller. I've decided to make a handle for it as well which I can detach. The LCD screen is better for taking up less current. You can see it better in daylight than you can with the previous version. It also has a backlight as well which I can remotely control, so when I go into dark tents or something like that I can just switch that on without touching the dog. So let's have a little look at it moving around. I've implemented different ways of moving it. I can just switch just one motor on there for more delicate movements, rotate it round, and when it's going forward we just easily switch one motor off just to do curves. I actually quite like the geared motors in this because you can usually go on the grass, not too well. Actually not doing too badly at the moment. But sometimes it gets stuck because I'm only using two wheels in the middle that are powered, and there's just caster wheels for on the front and back. Come on. So try to make it look more metallic using Eva foam. Anyway, you get the idea there. So let's have a look inside it. Okay, so let's have a little look inside. I do have a door like last year. If I need to just change this battery pack, this is just a 5V one for everything apart from the geared motors. It's just a cheap battery pack. I like to use things like these that are used for charging mobile phones because they've got their own charger within it. It's just convenient. Now if I lift this up, we have the drill battery here, 18 volts, and we have these brilliant geared motors. These give me a fair amount of torque, and I'm using buck converters to drop it down to about 5 volts. That seems to be, for these particular motors, a good voltage. I'm using one on each side so it distributes the power, perhaps unnecessarily, but also can tweak the voltage just in case it's curving too much. This is a custom built H-bridge controller for controlling the direction of the motors, which I decided to use relays and use MOSFETs to put power on and off to it. I have a receiver in here. Also, these struts are quite good. If it takes side impacts, these will knock against this piece of wood. I'll show you a transmitter and receiver I'm using on this particular one, which you may see on shopping websites. They're just these simple, cheap ones. I bought these just to experiment with, and they work surprisingly well. But I'm going to use some different ones for next year, I think. Also made sure that I can easily dismantle it, so I can unscrew certain things and reuse the electronics. So that's about it for the inside, apart from this Arduino Due there. Quite like that one. It's 32-bit computer. So that decodes the signals, switches the motors, just everything, controls the LCD. I chose the Arduino Duo because it just so happens the LCD screen is 3.3 volts and the Arduino Duo interfaces with it quite nicely. Okay, I'll just quickly take this into the dark just so I can show you. I can just remotely switch on those eyes, because sometimes the tents can be quite dark if I do go in there with it. So we just easily switch that on and off. Also, I'm using the same transmitter as last year. This is because it's more convenient with the battery packs I'm using to just reuse the old one, although I might use a different way of transmitting next year. I don't know, I haven't decided. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.